The morning sun filtered through the hospital windows as Dr. Martinez prepared for what he thought would be a routine vaccination appointment. In examination room 3B, 7-year-old Emma sat nervously on the edge of the medical bed, her small legs swinging back and forth as she clutched her mother's hand. The fluorescent lights hummed softly overhead, casting a sterile but somehow comforting glow across the white walls lined with colorful health posters designed to make children feel at ease. Emma's mother, Sarah, had been dreading this moment for weeks. Not because she didn't believe in vaccinations, quite the opposite. As a nurse herself, she understood their vital importance. But Emma had always been terrified of needles, and their last visit had ended in tears and a promise of ice cream that somehow never quite made the fear go away. Today felt different though. Emma seemed calmer, more curious than scared. Dr. Martinez entered the room with his characteristic warm smile, the one that had comforted thousands of children over his 15-year career in pediatrics. His white coat bore small cartoon stickers that previous young patients had gifted him, a rainbow here, a smiling dinosaur there. These tiny decorations had become his badges of honor, proof of the trust and affection he'd built with the families in his care. "Good morning, Emma," he said, pulling up a rolling stool to sit at her eye level. "I hear you're here for your booster shot today. How are you feeling about that?" Emma's eyes darted between the doctor and her mother, uncertainty flickering across her face. But instead of the usual tears, she took a deep breath and said, "I'm a little scared, but mommy says it will help keep me healthy." Dr. Martinez nodded approvingly. "That's exactly right. And you know what? Being a little scared is perfectly normal. Even grown-ups feel scared sometimes. But you're being very brave by being here." He began preparing the vaccination, his movements deliberate and calm, explaining each step to help demystify the process. "This is the medicine that's going to help your body learn how to fight off germs. It's like giving your immune system a practice test." Sarah watched her daughter with pride and amazement. Over the past year, Emma had grown so much, not just in height but in maturity and confidence. The little girl who once hid behind her legs at every doctor's visit was now asking questions and showing genuine curiosity about the medical process. "Will it hurt a lot?" Emma asked, her voice steady despite the nervous energy in her eyes. "It might feel like a quick pinch, drive." Martinez replied honestly, "but it's over very fast. Much faster than it takes to tie your shoes." He showed her the small bandage with cartoon characters that would cover the injection site. "And afterward, you get to choose which superhero bandage you want. I see we have Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, and some unicorns today." The injection itself took mere seconds, but the moment felt monumental for all three people in that room. Emma squeezed her mother's hand, took a sharp intake of breath, and then looked surprised. "That's it?" she asked, touching the colorful bandage now adorning her upper arm. "That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be." Dr. Martinez chuckled, making a note in her chart. "You did fantastic, Emma. I'm really proud of how brave you were." As they prepared to leave, something unexpected happened. Emma turned back to Dr. Martinez and asked, "When I grow up and become a doctor like you, will I be able to help other kids feel less scared too?" The question caught both adults off guard. Sarah felt tears welling in her eyes as she realized her daughter had just discovered something powerful about herself, the ability to face her fears and think about helping others do the same. Dr. Martinez knelt down to Emma's level one more time. "I think you'd make an excellent doctor, Emma. You're curious, you're brave, and you care about other people. Those are the most important qualities any doctor can have." He handed her a small sticker sheet from his desk drawer. "These are special doctor-in-training stickers. You can use them to help other kids feel better when they're scared." The walk to the car was different from any previous medical visit. Instead of rushing to leave the hospital behind, Emma peppered her mother with questions about medical school, about helping people, about what it really meant to be a healer. Sarah found herself sharing stories from her own nursing career, describing the joy and satisfaction that came from caring for others during their most vulnerable moments. That evening, Emma called her grandmother to tell her about the day's adventure. "Grandma, I wasn't scared at all. Well, maybe a little bit, but I was brave, and Dr. Martinez said I could be a doctor someday if I want to." Her grandmother, who had been a teacher for 40 years, recognized the spark in Emma's voice, the sound of a child discovering their potential and beginning to dream about their future. The vaccination appointment had lasted less than 15 minutes, but its impact would resonate for years to come. It marked the beginning of Emma's fascination with medicine and her desire to help others overcome their fears. What started as a routine medical procedure became the first chapter in what would eventually become her journey toward a career in pediatric medicine. Years later, when Dr. Emma Rodriguez walked into her own examination room for the first time, wearing her white coat adorned with cheerful stickers, she would remember that pivotal moment when she discovered that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's feeling the fear and choosing to move forward anyway. And in her pocket, carefully preserved, she still carried one of those special doctor-in-training stickers that Dr. Martinez had given her on the day everything changed. The story of one vaccination appointment became the story of a life's calling, proving that sometimes the most ordinary moments can plant the seeds for extraordinary futures. Emma's journey from scared patient to confident healer began with a single brave moment and the kindness of a doctor who saw potential in a frightened 7-year-old girl.